Block 6, the Great Depression, Section 5, after the 100 days, section beginning the Indian Reorganization Act. The Indian Reorganization Act is a reversal of the old Dawes Plan, or the Dawes Policy, the Dawes Act. All right, so if we remember from US 1, we had the Dawes Act, and the Dawes Act took land and gave it to private American Indians. And there was a set of rules about who they could sell it to and who they could not sell it to, etc., etc., etc. Each individual Indian family was given a part of reservation land that they were expected to hold in private ownership. It's an attempt to apply the wonders of private property onto Indian culture. But it doesn't work. The Dawes Act is a well-meaning failure. The Indians are taken advantage of, that there is no real cultural tradition of private property amongst the Indian tribes. And by the 1930s, life on the Indian reservations is very, very poverty-stricken. It is alcohol-stricken. It is hopeless for many, 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 many American Indians. So one of the things that was done in order to mitigate those problems was Roosevelt and his New Dealers passed what's known as the Indian Reorganization Act. And the Indian Reorganization Act simply re-communified tribal land. That no longer was tribal land going to be divided by the federal government to individual families. All of the land in the tribe would be controlled almost as if it was a foreign nation by the tribal leadership of that particular tribe. It encourages the Indians to retain their traditional cultures and establish self-government. And then the self-government of the particular tribe could do pretty much as it wished on that particular Indian tribal land, on that particular reservation. And the federal government would not deal directly with individual Indians. That the federal government in its relation with individual American Indians would deal with their tribal government, and then the tribal government would deal with the individual in that manner. That's why there are specific reservation police, reservation courts, etc., to this very day. That is the Indian Reorganization Act during Roosevelt's time in office.